Good morning, everybody. Now, this is more like it. 70, 75, 80, 85. The next 7-10 days supposed to be glorious in the Finger Lakes. Time to tee it up. We got my friend TJ Pezzulo, up-and-coming pro at the Seneca Falls Country Club, where I just happen to be a member, along with Jim Seneca. We're talking golf today, baby. Golf today on a Monday, May 23rd, 2016. Well, without further ado, it's good to have you along, and we certainly welcome you to our show. And we, as you all know, we have varied guests from different backgrounds, and we have a young man who joined the Seneca Falls Country Club this year as our golf pro in the pro shop, handling leagues and handling lessons, etc., etc. TJ, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. And TJ, let's start off, as we always do with our guests, talk about your background, where you were born, where you went to college, etc., etc., to get to where you are today.
TJ Pezzulo, born and raised right here, Seneca Falls, New York. I actually went to high school right at Minders.
Nice.
Played golf 8th grade right through senior year. Loved it. Went to school down in Orlando. Actually, I just graduated this past December. Figured what better place to come back and pursue my dream and be a golf pro here right in Seneca Falls. What a better place to start.
Yeah, and you're doing a good job. We have a good time together, myself and TJ. We spent a lot of time talking about one of his famous lessons he gave me. Just kidding. He did a good job. It's just that when he gives a lesson, you're supposed to listen to what he tells you. You know, any golf pro, you want to spend money. He's got a great deal down there, $20 for 20 minutes, even though I took 32 minutes from him. I remember getting an extra 12. I was working on my chipping game, and he gave me some tips, and I know the tips are good, but I'm so hard-headed, I forget the tips when I'm over the shot. But it's fun. TJ, let's talk about the golf industry as a whole. You're a young guy, but certainly you know the ebb and flow of golf. There's a lot of concern that we got too many golf courses. There's a lot of concern clubs are struggling with memberships. Not everybody, but a lot of clubs are hurting. Right. What's your take on that? Where do you think in your young mind where golf is presently?
Right now, I think golf is trending definitely in the right direction. I do think there might be a little too much of country clubs slash kind of a overpopulation, I would say. Definitely trending in the right direction. Though the big thing is the future.
Right.
So in order to keep golf going in the right direction, like we're headed now, I believe is you have to look forward to who's gonna step up and fulfill and make golf what it was back then. Now,
I think, and of course, Jimmy Seneca, our owner and director of this show, and FingerLakes1.com, is the president of Seneca Falls Country Club. Him and his board do a great job. And I got to tell you, folks, we'll be promoting Seneca Falls Country Club this morning. Obviously, the course has never been in better shape, Jim. It is in gorgeous shape right now. The greens are gorgeous. Fairways are great. And to all the committees that Jim and his board have determined to run these different operations, everybody says to me, why are there still, like little fences left of a right of 16 so you can't go with your carts? I think it's a good move. The fairway is pristine. It's really nice shape. Yeah. And I think the committee, without throwing out all their names, just say committees that are working at the Seneca Falls Country Club for the various things that Jim has asked them to help out. I think, Jimmy, you would echo my sentiments that they've done a great job. Of course, in gorgeous shape.
Yeah, so far so good for the 2016 season. Last year we had some issues on our course, so we tried to correct them. Right now we're in as good a shape as maybe we've ever been in.
It's gorgeous.
TJ's doing a great job handling the golf side of things for everybody at the club, and we're just about to get into the year. It's Memorial Day weekend this weekend, so that kind of really kicks off the season. So
it does. And by the way, TJ Pezzulo is my special guest this morning, up-and-coming pro at our country club, Seneca Falls Country Club. And by the way, we say country club. We are not a private course, so if you have a group that want to come down and play, just give TJ, give our pro shop a call, 568-5202.
You got it.
I should know by heart. That, of course, area code 315. If you're checking us out from outside here. It's a really nice golf course. It's got some challenging golf holes. Greens are beautiful right now, and I'm looking forward to playing after the show today. But, there's some specials going on. TJ can talk about greens fees prices, but right now, that $1,200 deal, folks, for if you haven't been a member for the last 2 or 3 years, you haven't been a member of the club.
3 years.
It's 3 years?
Yep.
If you haven't been a member for the last 3 years of Seneca Falls Country Club, you can come down today and talk to TJ or any of the folks down at the club. They'll sign you up. You get a year's membership for $1,200 with tax. It's $1,296 within tax. and that gives you a cart besides. So you have a cart for your random use.
Normally it's $1,200 plus an additional $540.
Yeah.
So it'd be like, almost $1,800, and you're getting it.
It's a great deal, and he knows, because being retired, I have a lot of time to spend, and I go down and practice a lot, even though sometimes I don't know why I practice. Because when you get on the course for the real money, I seem to gag it away. But all seriousness, I love the cart plan. Even though I'm not part of that deal, I got to tell you, I love going down there, and Jim knows it. You go out there and play 3 or 4 holes, 6 o'clock at night. You go down in the morning, you play 36 holes by yourself if nobody's going to play that day. It's just so much fun, and it really is a great deal. So again, if you haven't made a decision, the year is just beginning. As Jim pointed out, Memorial Day weekend coming up, $1,200. Again, you can't be a member for the last 3 years. If you haven't been a member for the last 3 years, you're eligible for this deal. It's a steaming deal. And check out TJ or anybody on the club. They will get you the paperwork, and they'd love to have you be a part of the golf club. So let's talk greens fees. I know you have a lot of people now that will be coming from the campsites, and so there has been a change on that. Talk about Monday through Sunday, how it all works and what the price ranges are.
Okay, so Mondays we determined was our slow day last season. So right now we just have a flat rate all day, 25, play 18 all day.
Beautiful.
Tuesday to Thursday, we figure it's a little slower. Mm-hmm. We talked throughout the board. We figured we had to raise our prices up just a little bit this year. Just obviously the quality of the golf course. If you look at it now, it definitely is a super quality golf course for what we have our rates. It's anywhere between 33 and it drops down to 30 after 11 from Tuesday to Thursday. So come down, play anytime. Friday to Sunday, we do have a little different rates too. So between 7 and 11, it's 38. 11 to 3 is 35, and after 3 is 30.
So varying prices.
Yep. And on the weekends, we figure if we have a twilight rate, help people, come down a little later, play 9. We do have 9-hole rates, walking and riding. You can call down and inquire about those, and be happy to assist.
That's great. And, and by the way, I would recommend calling up for a tee time on the weekend. As you probably already know, the members have preferred times relative to certain times in the morning. Yep. But after that, TJ will give you a booking and a tee time. And I guess we should point out as well, not that we are Oak Hill and Rochester, but a collared shirt is mandatory, correct?
Yes.
Got to wear a collared shirt, folks. So don't come down. I got about 700 of those shirts without collars. You can't really come down with them. They're not going to be too thrilled with you, and they may ask you to buy a shirt. So, just think about it. And I remember way back when, a few years ago, we couldn't wear jeans.
Right.
So we've upgraded to wear jeans.
At the end of the day, it is a country club.
Yeah.
We like to see collared shirts. It just
makes sense.
Brings out the atmosphere a little more.
It does. And of course, as Jim knows and as TJ certainly knows, we have a lot of leagues. Because of my schedule, I haven't signed up for any this year, but certainly I would like TJ to run down some of the league opportunities to fill in for subs. Talk about like Monday night's a big one.
Monday night is our biggest league. It's an open league, so non-members or members. It's 5:30 shotgun. Takes up pretty much the whole course. It's a great atmosphere. It varies in age. There's younger guys to older guys, and it's a great league. You can sub. All you got to do is call down to the pro shop. Give me your name. I'll write you down as a sub. Tuesday nights we have Gould's League on one side and we have Ladies League on the other side.
Tuesday morning you have some of the seniors go out and play too, right?
Tuesday morning there's anywhere from 8 to 16 seniors who come down at about 9 o'clock and go out and play. Same thing, open to the public. We actually just gained a couple new senior gentlemen last week that contacted us. So.
That's nice.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to playing in that. Hopefully tomorrow morning. It's going to be beautiful.
Good.
And so Wednesday you've got let's see. Wednesday, there's a bunch of guys that go out in the afternoon.
Yeah, Wednesday actually, I would say it's one of our busiest days. It could be our busiest, along with Friday. Anywhere after 2 o'clock, we like to. There's a skins group that goes out. Jimmy basically conducts it. He calls. You got to call down the.
I saw him in operation the other day. Good job, Jimmy. By the way, good job.
You call down the pro shop. Give me your name. They come in, make teams. You go out, play 18, stay after. The food down there is great this year. Just a good atmosphere on Wednesday nights.
And Thursday we have
Thursday is back. Yep.
Okay.
Thursday morning is the women.
Women.
And Thursday night is twilight. Last season there was no twilight. This January when I got back, I kind of put in a little email and kind of reached out to the membership, see what gauge people's interest on maybe playing in twilight again. And I got 36 guys. So
good.
that only takes up one side, so the golf course is not closed, at 5:30 on a Thursday. You come down, whatever side we're not on.
Right.
Feel free to go play.
How about Friday? We have the...
Fridays is just open play.
Just open play?
It's been a busy day. Hopefully it'll be a busy all summer. I don't see why it can't be.
It's going to be gorgeous, yeah.
A good thing this summer is on Fridays we want to try to encourage is wine, like Nine and Dine.
Right.
Couples events. We already had one this past Friday, and it's great. That's important. People come down, have fun with their significant other, and stay after, have drinks and dinner.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had lunch of the day, and Jimmy was running his league that guys go out on Sunday, and they had a good time. And Jeff Rook with 4 birdies on the front, or 4 birdies total, Jimmy? Jeff Rook, 4 birdies? Wow.
Yeah.
Better check his handicap.
Rooker had 4 birdies. Wow. Where was it? 1,
that's great.
4, 8, 9.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, I tell you, Jimmy's on top of it, so he's got all the math figured out, number of points. That was impressive, yeah. So the Rookster, he might have to spend more time selling pumps.
Yeah.
But just kidding. Hey, by the way, I would be remiss on this show. TJ Pezzulo is my special guest, up-and-coming golf pro at the Seneca Falls Country Club, where I am a member, along with, obviously, Jimmy, Seneca and a host of others. But I would be remiss if we did not spotlight some people who work their buns off down there to really do things above and beyond.
Absolutely.
And I would be remiss if I didn't mention Dan Rosada.
Absolutely.
I call him Harry. I hope he's checking out the show today.
My right-hand man.
Yeah, he is.
Yep.
Danny is involved in cleaning the kitchen, doing anything, working on traps with Tony Farrar.
Yep.
Tony Farrar also gets a plug this
Big
morning.
name, yep.
Billy Velt, need I say more? He's on the course more than the grounds crew.
Yeah.
He's out there all the time doing something.
Incredible.
He's incredible.
Yeah.
And, you think about the likes of Mike Ferrara.
Yep.
Mike is, I believe, our general manager.
Yep.
But, my God, he's doing stuff, and he's washing windows at 6 o'clock, 6:30 in the morning on a weekend. We have a lot of people that really go above and beyond the call of duty. And I know that
Absolutely.
makes the club look nice. So to all the people that help out down there, including the women that help out, I certainly send out my best to them because Billy Veltz, he's like a walking legend. I don't think I've ever played a round of golf in the summertime where I haven't seen Billy out there doing something.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Working on a bench, putting a plant here and a plant there,
Yep.
raking. Just amazing. So kudos to Billy Velt this morning on the Weber's Show. And, as we look forward to Seneca Falls Country Club, TJ's got a lot of material in his pro shop, and there's some good-looking stuff in there, too. I buy a lot of golf balls, and I'm one of these guys, don't play very good up and down, but I like to buy the most expensive golf balls. So I like to buy the Titleist, right?
Yeah,
that's my
absolutely.
favorite. I'm not a guy that runs to Walmart and gets the cheapos. I'm sorry. I know I should the way I play the game, but you got great golf ball selection. You got phenomenal clothing in there. Talk a little bit about the clothing in there. You got tremendous stuff in there.
A lot of Adidas.
Yeah.
Mostly Adidas, actually. Some Under Armour. We do have some Under Armour stuff in there from last year as well as a new order this year. But it's mainly Adidas. Their rep, he reached out to me early about February and said, let's get together and
nice.
Put a plan together. So we got a plan together, throughout the whole summer. We got stuff coming in June. There's an order coming in August. So we're going to be fully stocked all summer.
It's unique stuff down there.
Yeah.
Like you're sitting here in Seneca Falls, you can go out to the outlet mall to some of the stores out there. But if you want some of the latest and greatest, Seneca Falls Country Club Pro Shop's really the only place to go.
It has got some beautiful stuff,
Brand new technology, yeah.
If I didn't blow a king's ransom on golf balls the other day, I might have bought a shirt. But I may be back. I'm there a lot. He sees me more than he probably sees anybody else. We have a good time together.
You and Normie Deal, right?
Yeah. Well, now, but one thing that TJ is going to be doing is ordering a case of protein chips soon, too. That'll be the next couple of weeks to stock the warehouse. We need some of that stuff for people that are on these diet plans. TJ Pezzulo is my special guest. We're talking golf. We're talking Seneca Falls Country Club again, folks. If you missed my earlier comment, if you're into golf, if you're really not into golf, he gives you lessons and he'll work with you. If you're brand new at the game, he'll work with you to make you hit the ball in the air and have some real fun. But there's a steaming deal that you really got to consider. $1,200 if you haven't been a member for the last 3 years. That includes a cart anytime, anywhere you want to. All the holes you can play with a cart plan. It's phenomenal. It's a great steaming deal. $1,296 with tax. So check it out, and if you're interested, contact TJ or anybody at the Seneca Falls Country Club who can assist you. We're going to talk about tournaments too, TJ. I know the summer is coming, and there's a lot of events scheduled. I would guess to the membership that I certainly learned Jimmy and whoever puts post on the internet, go into Seneca Falls Country Club, right, Jimmy, and check out the calendar of events that are updated.
Oh, yeah, we got SenecaFallsCountryClub.com. We
Bingo.
got our Facebook page. We keep both of those updated. So
that's important. If you want to play golf and you're trying to put together a few groups, always double-check to see if TJ is not hosting a tournament.
Absolutely.
Because that things start pretty quick, and you'll get a lot of them.
June 3rd, yep.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of events coming in, and a lot of special events that come in every year and take Seneca Falls and have Seneca Falls as their host for the event and do a good job. So check that tournament schedule out. And one thing we should point out, one of the reasons being a member at Seneca Falls, to me anyways, has always been special, reciprocals.
Yep.
That is phenomenal. How many reciprocals we got? A bunch?
It's a full list. I would say anywhere from...
There's a lot of people.
I would say maybe 30. 25 to 30.
And that, Jimmy, is something we always take advantage of. You can go to the golf course, you go to TJ, he'll make the call for you, set up your group, give your membership numbers if they ask for that. Usually they don't.
All you pay is the cart fee.
Cart fee.
Yep.
And that's it. You get a chance to play all these courses. And a lot of people come. Well, I've seen some people that I haven't even known that come to our place early in the year.
Yep.
So, again, that is a big benefit as well. You can go through the list and say, hey, I want to play this course, and TJ will make all the arrangements. And just go there, pay the cart fee, and off you go and have a good time with another course and layout.
Yep.
All right, TJ's joining us here on this morning. TJ Pezzulo is our special guest. We're talking golf all day long. We'll go take a break here. Let's roll our great commercials. We have a ton of sponsors, and then when I come back, a couple of sports comments, gets TJ opinion on that worthless jockey who ran Nyquist in the ground. We'll talk about that and more here on the Weber with This Week show on a Monday, May 23rd. Cayuga Lake National Bank. Visit Bill Ryan and his team for all of your banking needs. Offices in Union Springs and Aurora, a fine sponsor of this show for over 30 years. DA Liquor on Bridge Street in Seneca Falls. Amy Padula and her team will find the right spirit for you every time. When you stop in, tell Amy the dog sent you. Steve Wadhams and Wadhams Enterprises, your local employer of choice. Proud supporter of Weber This Week and local athletics. Fill out an application at wadhams.com. The Gould Hotel welcomes you to come out and enjoy the revitalization of this historic downtown Seneca Falls landmark. Every Wednesday is Ladies' Night with special price drinks and half-priced appetizers. Learn more at thegouldhotel.com. The Omen Theater on William Street in Lyons. See what's playing this week at omentheater.com. Located off New York State Thruway Exit 41, the McGee Diner has earned their reputation as a popular family restaurant, serving country, fresh, home-cooked meals daily. Stop in for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and check out their menu at mcgeediner.com. Seneca Metals is an award-winning company that has earned a reputation of going above and beyond to protect the environment and support their community. As an EPA inspector once said, their operation is head and shoulders above the rest. Live, laugh, and eat well. It's the Italian way. It's also the Cicino's way. Cicino's is now offering online web ordering. Fast, easy, reliable, and secure. Order now using your mobile device, computer, or tablet. Located on Main Street in Waterloo, 401 Exchange Street in Geneva. Place your order today at chichinos.com. The Seneca Falls Country Club. Awesome 18-hole layout, open to the public, and a 12-month payment plan for members. Come try to par the par 4 16, the toughest hole in Central New York. Check out SenecaFallsCountryClub.com. And the Newark Pilots of the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League, a minor league team with a major league ballpark. Season ticket packages available at newarkpilots.com. And the Wilson Press in Seneca Falls. My good pal Rich Rickey and his team can handle all of your printing and mailing needs. Visit them online at wpress.com. Rich Rickey and Wilson Press, a fine sponsor of Weber This Week. Welcome back, everybody. The dog is in the kennel, and it's a warm kennel this morning, getting about 72, 73 today. It's absolutely perfect. We're talking maybe 80s by the weekend for the Memorial Day weekend. Hope that sets well with you if your scheduled cookout or I know the country club will be busier than heck a week from today. That'll be a wild day. But again, we're talking to TJ Pezzulo, excuse me, up-and-coming golf pro at the Seneca Falls Country Club. TJ's been with us this morning. Before we get back to TJ, a couple of sports comments. I must tell you, folks, I threw a couple of dog dollars on that favorite Nyquist. He went off at 3-5. I figured he was going to win this thing. Sloppy track in Baltimore, rained all day. Mario Gutierrez, the jockey, got a lot of kudos for running a smart race in the Derby, winning the first leg of the Triple Crown. And I was telling TJ before I went on air this morning, when they broke from the gate, where's he going? I mean, he was 21-3 first quarter. Come on. And I turned to my wife. She had Exaggerator. She always bets. She took Exaggerator. Oh, by the way, she won. And I'm going, where's this horse going? Why so fast? The horse has got talent. It was a muddy track. It didn't seem to bother that horse. It certainly didn't bother Exaggerator. And I'm thinking, lay fifth or sixth going down the backstretch. You don't have to get up near the top of the first. Well, what am I? He's up there first or second, and they make the turn. He had about a nose lead, and Exaggerator went by him. Like Jim Senecroby's drive goes by the dog. I mean, come on. What a nag. Come on, jockey. That jockey screwed up so bad it's ridiculous. And if I was the trainer and the owner, I would have beat him up in the media after that one. It was a terrible ride by Gutierrez. So, hey, I'm not saying he wouldn't have won, but I think the strategy to back him off 4 or 5 lengths, get him about 4th or 5th to the top of the lane. And TJ, when Exaggerator made his move, then Nyquist makes his move. Ridiculous. Terrible job. All right, I got that off my back. Now we're talking golf. I think this is appropriate. If you don't think there are still male chauvinist pigs in the world, there are. Let's go to Muirfield, one of the great golf courses of all. Muirfield over, you know what I'm saying, where golf is supreme. Muirfield has hosted 16 Opens. 16. And a lot of the clubs over there, St. Andrews included, has voted recently in the last year or two to admit women. That was a taboo for years, actually centuries. But a lot of them are changing. They're letting women join as members. Muirfield hung in there tough. They decided to hold a vote. But according to their bylaws, they needed a 66 2/3 vote to pass. The vote came in. They only got a 54%. Women do not come in as members. Now, I should point out that I didn't realize this, that if Jimmy was a member of Muirfield, he could bring his wife and she could play golf as his guest. I didn't know that. I thought they were barred from the course completely. That's not true. But they didn't have to pay. So the argument on the other side of the coin was Kathleen Senecroby could play with Jim under his membership and cost her nothing. However, if Kathleen got in as a member, if they had passed this, she would have had to pay for a membership, which I'm sure is a lot of shekels, a lot of coin. Mm-hmm. So, bottom line is Muirfield is still a bunch of male chauvinist pigs. The women can play as long as the men are a member, obviously the husband. But as far as them individually coming in as a member, not going to happen. And oh, by the way, the R&A has announced they will not consider Muirfield as a potential sponsor or potential host in upcoming British Opens. That's the punishment. So we'll see what happens. They've hosted 16 of them. So we'll just have to wait and see. And I must get this off my chest. Speaking of horse racing, I am so tired. I love Finger Lakes. I love Canandaigua. But there's got to be something happening with Finger Lakes Racetrack, folks. I mean, I look at the results in the paper.
Canceled Thursday, right? Is that what you're getting at?
Not enough nags.
Yeah.
They don't have enough horses. Put a fork in it up there. Please. End it. Say goodbye. Take all the horses, put them in the trailers, and take them out of town. It's ridiculous. You Finger Lakes Racetrack executives that are trying to run a race program is ludicrous. Look at the entries. You'll see, every time I've gone to a horse race, a thoroughbred track, there's 9 races. 9. Harness is 12 or 13. Thoroughbred is 9. You know what Finger Lakes is? Some days, 8. They don't have enough nags. Come on, you got to put a fork in that operation up there. It is embarrassing. And when you do run, first winning, $2 investment, $280, $260, $240. Come on. That's not betting. You got to have bigger fields so you get occasionally a 7-1 or a 12-1 or a 21 shot to win. You start off with 6 horses as an entry in race 3, and if Jimmy takes his nag out of that race, you got 5 in all the trifecta and the superfecta are off the board. I can't take it anymore. So please, if anyone's watching me from that area, get your notes out to Finger Lakes Racetrack. Shut it down. It's embarrassing. You're really making a mockery out of horse racing because there's no such thing as horse racing at Finger Lakes Racetrack. There's not enough horses, and I'm tired of hearing about they got to get more money. That's ridiculous. Get more races or get more horses in these fields or get out of it. It's embarrassing. I'm sick and tired of seeing exactas, $4.20, trifectas, $14. Are you kidding me? It is an absolute joke. So I got that off my chest. Let's go back to TJ and let's talk about your training as far as where you're at now in your training and what's ahead of you as far as getting to the ultimate goal.
Okay. So right now, PGA pre-apprentice. In the process of scheduling my written test, which is it's a qualifying level test. You go and it's a 75 question open book, and you have to get a certain percent right. Per se.
Good.
Following that, there's a player's ability test, the PAT, which I have to pass as well. It's anywhere from you have to shoot 76 to 78 twice in one day. It's a 36-hole event.
Wow.
And once those two things are successfully completed, I am actually certified as a PGA apprentice.
Nice.
So
you think the timeline could be?
By the end of the summer, hopefully
okay.
I'll have both those things done, and I'll be on my way with my bookwork. So once I'm on my way with my bookwork, it's on the road to being a
the
Class
playing
A.
part won't be a problem. The playing test, you should be able to handle that.
Hopefully.
Generally shoots round par.
That's good.
Yep.
Real good.
Yep.
I understand there's a few people that get upset on Wednesday night with his outstanding play too because he's
Who's
taking.
that? Depends whose team he's on.
Well, yeah, that's true. But understand he's taking some shackles from some boys down there. So
Well, if you want to play on Wednesday night and you want to compete for the low gross, then you better play because TJ play. We got Bob Fuller comes up from Radisson. Eric Lorenzetti comes from Turning Stone, and
nice.
Some of the best players down there.
How does Red Lorenzetti get away from his busy job? I mean, he's either at restaurants or traveling. I mean, how does he do this?
Well, I think Wednesday night fortunately works into his schedule where he can kind of escape and come back home here to Seneca Falls.
I remember Red years ago when I was initial member, he used to hit the ball about 90 yards left or right off the tee. Is he still doing that, or is he hitting it straight?
Well, he got to be a very good player when he was out in Wisconsin.
He did? Okay.
Not that he wasn't. He was always a good player. But
I remember
but now his job responsibilities at the Turning Stone are so intense that he doesn't have time to golf at all, really.
I remember him hitting tee shots that were just in Never Land. I mean, they were Bubba Watson material, but Bubba hits it straight. He was not straight, but he works it. But Red's a good player. I always have to pick on Red because he hit some shots that even my one eye couldn't pick up in the stratosphere. So it's good. I'm glad he could come into Seneca Falls. So talk about your staffing, too. We need to talk about some of the people that are helping you in the pro shop as the year goes on.
Yep. I got about 5 or 6 guys on staff, not including myself. One of my good friends, Pat, is he's my assistant. I think he's 20, maybe 27 years old, so he's a little older than me. Mm-hmm. Great guy, real reliable. Loves golf. He's more of a new player, but he just started for me. Yeah, he loves the business. He loves the industry. He loves people. He's just looking good for that. Other than that, I got Hunter and Chance Sheldon.
Yeah, I met Hunter. Yeah,
younger high school kids from Waterloo. Great kids, hard workers, real goal oriented.
Will they come and get Mr. Weber's bag off the cart when I'm done?
Absolutely, they'll wash your clothes.
I know you don't come out, but I just wonder if they would come out. Okay.
Yeah, they'll come out with a wet rag in hand.
Oh wow!
All right.
I must have missed that. I never seen you with a wet rag taking care of our clubs. Okay, you must be too busy in the pro shop.
I'll get around to it.
I know you will. I got to take a shot when I can, folks. This is live, So you got a bunch of kids. That's great, and that's a good learning curve for them.
It's a great way for them to get into the industry, especially Hunter. He wants to go to the same school I went to.
It's great.
So I'm kind of teaching him the ropes, showing him how things work around, working at a golf course.
It's great.
So it's good.
Well, it's going to get busy, and that's a good thing for Jim and myself, and as a member, and Jim is the president of our club, and the busier the better. It's you can deal with it. And I picked on you about the lesson you gave me, but in all honesty, you have some great prices for your lessons. Run down that lesson price gauge.
Right. So it's called Teach by the Minute.
Right.
However long you want a lesson, that's how much it costs.
That's nice.
You want a 5-minute lesson, just give me $5.
That's nice.
You want a 45? It's
perfect.
Other than that, I do it's a 4-lesson package. 4 half-hour lessons for $120.
Nice. So. And we didn't talk about junior golf. That's coming back, right?
That's I think June 27th. Ed Boudreau is
on Mondays and from the end of June to the July, skipping July 4th.
That's a nice touch.
Yeah, that's the future.
We got the best. It's actually we call it the the junior golf camp of the Finger Lakes.
That's great.
And everybody, the kids love it.
Oh, I know they do.
Do more than just teach you the swing, they teach you the etiquette, and the kids really buy into it and like it a lot. Best thing I can example of that is week one of my friend's kids, came down with a T-shirt, and then the second is when he got home, he made his dad go get him golf shirts.
Oh, wow!
Because he realized that this is how you dress on the golf course. So stuff like that, and the kids all have a great time.
Now there is a rumor going around Finger Lakes One that Jim will come down and videotape my grip. And expand it on Finger Lakes One. I think he's going to do a 30-minute special. I'm trying to steal his thunder because TJ is a pro and he's watched me swing the club with my loose grip. And I think this is legendary in your mind, right? It was a legendary swing. And I think, Jim, I'm honored that you're thinking about doing a 30-minute expose on my grip and how I hold on the club at impact. So you think might give me an idea when that may be telecast on Finger Lakes One? Because I think it would help the young kids as they grow up. You don't have to hold on to it real tight.
Yeah, it'll debut in fall of 2022.
Oh, that's great, Jim. 2022?
Yeah.
You're just hoping I'm dead. Oh, we have some fun. Hey, listen, before we go back to TJ to say goodbye, I want to run down upcoming guests. We have some great guests scheduled. As you know, we have a good time on this show, and I hope you check us out every week. But we have some unique dates coming up as well. Next week, we even had a guy scheduled. We had to cancel because next week's Memorial Day, and Jim will have the day off here at Finger Lakes One. So we won't be here next Monday. But I do wish you all a great Memorial Day weekend. We have a young man, Seneca Falls kid, which still has a $30 gift certificate coming from the pro shop, Jeff Pirozzolo. No thanks to Brad, but thanks to the dog. Jeff Pirozzolo, Seneca Falls kid, educational guy. Got a big job recently, heading up superintendent of the Auburn School District. Talk about a big job. That is a huge district. Jeff Pirozzolo will be here Wednesday, June 1st. So make a note of that if you're a fan of Jeff Pirozzolo. He will be appearing on the Weber Show Wednesday, June 1 at 9:30, our normal broadcast time. So we got that taken care of. Then the following Monday, June 6th, we won't be here. Or Jim will be here, but I won't be here because that was a date we were going to have. The young man, Jeff Babinski, who's the general manager, executive vice president of Del Lago, which will be opening up in February, and they're working like a bunch of busy bees out there at the site. Jeff Babinski won't be here on the 6th. He'll be here on the 7th. That's a Tuesday, June 7th. He'll be our special guest, and not sure who he's going to bring in with him, but we're going to talk about what's in plans. I had a chance for a tour with Mary a couple weeks ago. Fabulous. Looks great out there. Jeff's going to oversee the hotel, entertainment center, casino. I think he's got a lot on his plate. Him and his team, he's hiring people as we speak, and we're going to find out about hiring other people because they're going to hire a lot of people out at Del Lago. Jeff Babinski will be here June 7th. That's a Tuesday morning, special time at 9:30. So we look forward to that one. Then the following week, June 13th, a couple of people who I've always had great pride in, watched their work. You know, I think about the crime that's committed in Seneca County, and I think of Barry Porsche as that leader, the district attorney. He does a great job, don't get me wrong. But it's the grunt people, the ADAs, the assistant district attorneys that go to court every day, every week, and fight for us after a crime has been committed. Megan Peter, a young lady who's done a sensational job. I love her ability in the courtroom, and, of course, a gentleman, Mark Sankowitz, who's been doing this ADA work for, I think, over 10 years. They'll be on the couch talking about their roles in Seneca County, which are vital. So Megan Peter, Mark Sankowitz will be here on the 13th. Then the 20th, we bring in Sheriff Stu Penstra and Sheriff, Town of Seneca Falls Police Chief Stu Penstra, Lieutenant Tim Snyder. They've been on before. We're going to have them back to get an update. And then on June 27th, Kyle Black. You think you heard that name before? General Manager, head of Seneca Metals, will be here for the Weber Show. Then the following week, July 4th, we're off. And then July 11th, we just booked a new funny show. I think it's going to be great. Like I say, I go up and bet OTB for the Triple Crown. The two OTB ladies, and their names are Shannon Avon Calling, and Angie DeMarco. Angie's been doing this OTB stuff for 23 years. Shannon's been in it for 10 years. We're going to find out what it's like to work at OTB. They'll be on July 11th. So as we part ways, TJ, thanks for joining us. We look forward to having you and look forward to seeing you most every day at the Seneca Falls Country Club. Good luck on your career, and we'll get you back later in the summer to see how it's went for you.
Awesome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. All right, speaking for TJ Pezzulo, along with my great sponsors and our director and owner, Jim Senecropi, you have a great week, folks. It's going to be dynamite. Get out those Bermuda shorts. That's Weber this week. Take care.
One time.